understand that whatever gives them money is transactional. They want to hold on to that thing. I want to die with this thing. They want to reduce their age when they're working for government. They don't want to retire. They want to die in active service because they don't know that thing will pay them money as long as they're working. And they are holding on to it as if it's the purpose why they are sent to this world. But I can tell you today, if you're already surviving, that means you already overcome certain things like putting roof over your head, putting food on your table, at least putting clothes on your back. There's another kind of life I would like you to cultivate. That's about living a life of significant legacy. Think about brand, think about succession plan. And one of the best way to do that is to look for people that are already building such a thing, that are already moving in the direction of your interests, that are already moving in the direction. So, and then connect with them. We call them mastermind mentors. What that is called? Mastermind mentors. So every mastermind mentor should have experience. So anybody you are working to, say, please mentor me. The person must have a system. The person should be able to teach you some millionaire skills. All millionaire skills are all learnable skills, like problem solving skills. What that is called? Every entrepreneur is solving problem for others. That's what are making money. Leadership skill. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Everybody can lead, but not some people don't lead fast. Some will take up the responsibility slow or later. Some will never take up the responsibility of leadership. They don't want to be responsible for anything. I keep telling people, see, what makes a man mature is responsibility. Tell not responsibility. How do you respond to your ability? How do you act on your ability? Number three, people management skills. And of course, and number four, emotional intelligence skills. And this one, they scatter everything. People don't know how to control their emotions. They don't know how to control their excesses. They throw it everywhere. They scatter relationships, scatter business, scatter everything. Because they don't know how to control it. This thing must be subjected to you. You have to be the boss. Touch yourself, say, I'm the boss. This is what you need to go and build people. This is what you need to go and build a team. This is what you need to go and build an organization like MTN Glow, it is at Montes with White Beach Hotel. This is what you need to go and build a community. This is what you need to go and build a business family. So you want to build something that will outlive you, something that you'll be proud of, something that will not just give you money that because you are putting effort, something that will continue to give you money even when you are no more putting effort. So this relationship is called significant relationship. It's called a transformational relationship. What that is called? A transformational relationship. So you transform your life, you transform the lives of other people, you leave the world a better place. This is one of the ways you earn a fortune, turn of fortune. This is one of the ways you earn residual income, turn of residual income. So you can look at very well. There are two factors on the board right now. They are the factors you cannot control. Those are external factors outside of you. The government, the politics, your father, your mother, your children. These are the things you cannot control. These are all called contributing factors. What that is called? Contributing factors. All contributing factors, they can slow you down, they can delay you, but they can never stop you from succeeding in life. What actually stops men from succeeding in life is what is happening inside of them called determining factors. What that is called? And determining factors is in all of us. Nobody say I'm only positive human being. I don't have negativity in our life. All of us have both positive and negative. Because the thing is that we were encouraging everyone, once you make up your mind to be an entrepreneur, to focus more on your positive, because the positive factors are the one that determine whether you succeed or not. And what are the factors? We have faith, we have courage, we have dedication, we have commitment, we have, of course, passion, we have drive, we have vitality, fidelity. That are the factors that encourage pushes men to succeed in life. What are the factors that actually stop men? Fear, doubt, anxiety, anger, bitterness, resentment, and a whole lot of them that stop all the negative factors, backbiting, gossiping. These are things that stop men from succeeding in life. So you can see that you are the most important factor. Touch yourself, say, I'm the most important factor. And wealth does not exceed personal development. Once you don't grow yourself, you can never exceed, you can never grow, money cannot grow, wealth cannot grow beyond your personal development. So you are the most important factor. Touch your neighbor, tell you, you are the most important factor. So we always talk every day to increase your passion, your drive, to increase you, the way you think, the way you talk, the things you do. So we always come up to talk to you because we know once you become better, everything will become better. So this training, I think we'll try and run up today or tomorrow. I'm feeling, let's see what we can do today. How to defeat systematic poverty. How to defeat systematic poverty. So how to defeat systematic poverty. Okay? How to defeat systematic poverty. So we now put here on the subtopic here, poor beliefs and behaviors. Poor beliefs and behaviors. So poor beliefs and behaviors. So we have about 7 outlines we need to cover on this particular topic. We have the context for the concept. Context for the concept. So number 2 outline here. Let's see. Okay. Um. Okay. Yeah. Let me get it from here. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. The number 2 outlay is cause and effect. So for every cause, there's an effect. We live in a world of causes. Things don't just happen. The 3 types of poverty. Some people don't even know that the thing get types of the 3 types of poverty. So we are actually discussing this so that anytime you want to help someone, you know where to start to help the person. If truly you want to help the person, the kingdom um, order of success, the kingdom order of success, the kingdom order of success. Number 5 here, without the poor beliefs and behavior, poor beliefs and behavior, poor beliefs and behavior. Okay, number 6 here, how to defeat systematic poverty. How to defeat systematic poverty. How to defeat systematic poverty. Okay, number 7 here, kingdom solutions. Kingdom solutions. So all these things. So we started talking about. Let me do some revision. That the poor will you have with you always, and poor is always because we said why are some people not going to be rich? 2 reasons. Number 1, poverty is a global and universal phenomenon that will never be completely eradicated. It's a global and of course universal phenomenon that will not be completely eradicated. Why? Because the poverty is not fundamentally lack of cash. Poverty is not fundamentally lack of cash. Poverty is as a result of fall of man in Genesis 3, where the earth refused to cooperate with man. That man has to toil and eat from the sweat of his face. That's the poverty start. So if a man does not toil, he doesn't put in the effort, doesn't learn the necessary skills, doesn't learn he's not competent enough, he doesn't have good character. There are ingredients that will make a man succeed. So poverty is not fundamentally financial crisis, is as a result of fall of man. Why are people not going to be poor? Is because poverty transcend environment. So it's not about there are rich people, there are poor people in rich countries, and there are rich people in poor countries. So poverty is an effect. What people call poverty is just an effect, it's just a result, it's just a manifestation, an outcome. So the real cause of poverty is psychological and systematic. The real cause of poverty is deeper than external factors like opportunities, tools, like system, strategies, plans, equity, justice. The deepest root are psychological, which requires identity and behavioral shift. So opportunity cannot be detected by poor minds. If somebody's mind and spirit is poor, bankrupt, depleted, that person cannot discern an opportunity, cannot act on opportunity, cannot participate in the process and practices that will produce prosperity. The person can. So we look at this where we said that 3 types of poverty. And I think I will conclude that today. I still have to clean this again today. Okay, let me not clean it because it's got 3 types of poverty. The first one is psychological poverty. We discussed this very well. Okay, let me use another different marker, right? The first type of poverty is called psychological poverty. Okay, I think I need to still clean it. Let me do it the right way so that those that are just joining us for the first time, they can catch up. They can catch up with the training because it has to be. It doesn't matter. Let us just do the right thing. Because we don't want this training to just finish and somebody be going out and describe himself as a poor person. Look at the mirror and call yourself poor and then define yourself based on your circumstances. Your circumstances was not meant to define you, but to refine you. They're not refine. What are passing through supposed to refine you because you are meant to pass through it because it was destined. So the first type of poverty is called psychological poverty. What does it called? Psychological poverty. Second type of poverty is called circumstantial poverty. That is circumstances. That's what people see. This is one that manifests. And the last one is called systematic poverty. This one is, of course, one of the biggest one that controls. So this thing involves 4 things: 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it involves first one identity, then identity. Second one here involves economic ignorance. The person here maybe he doesn't want to know economic ignorance, so he doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to know economic ignorance. The next one here, absence of initiative. Absence of initiatives. He doesn't have a plan. Please, this last one is loss of incentives because some people are writing some things. It's loss of incentives, please. Loss of incentives because some people writing some things yesterday. So this one involves involves one, involves financial insufficiency. Of course, financial insufficiency. This is the one that is very, very obvious. That when people say, hey, the guy don't get money, he no knows that thing will manifest. Now result, and no result. The result is the insufficient. He doesn't have enough money to do what he wants to do and when he wants to do it. The next one is economic disability. Of course, economic disability. Disability. So he could not do the things he's supposed to do when he wants to do it and how he wants to do it. Economic dependency, depending on someone. Economic dependency, depending on the government, depending on church, depending on someone to survive. So systematic poverty includes, this also includes, okay, one, injustice. Then on injustice. Then number two, of course, bad policies. Bad policies. Government making bad policies can lead to poverty to some people that are already doing well. Political and corporate greed. Political and corporate greed. Corporate greed. Okay. The next one is corruption. Turn on corruption. Corruption can also lead to corruption. They stole the money. Corruption. they stole the money. They wanted to use and build school. Okay, so that is it. So we started talking about all these things. We said that identity is the mother of all. That is psychological poverty. The psychological poverty is the mother of all poverties. This one gives birth to the two of them. This is the first child, and this one is the second child. So, so this one is the mother of all of them. So you give birth. This one is just the result of these two. This one is the last born. The one where they see the manifest. So the first of them is identity crisis. The biggest of them, what the worst, is identity, whereby where somebody identify himself as poor, sees himself as poor, talk to himself as poor, think about himself as poor, and he look at the mirror and call the picture he sees in the mirror poverty, because he's describing himself based on circumstances and whatever he's passing through, instead of describing himself based on the revelational knowledge about God, what God says about him. He's the light of the world, he's the salt of the earth. Of course, greater is he that lives in him. You don't want to describe himself based on what God says. So we actually ended that section by telling people that let God be true and everything be lying. Let everything be liar. So whatever you're passing through is lying. What you're passing through, the way you are living is called address. Then address. Who you are is called identity. Then identity. Don't allow your address to define your identity. Tell your neighbor, I'm more than enough. That one is begging for the charge card. You can do better. Touch yourself. Say, I'm a success.
I am a success.
Touch yourself. Say, I'm a millionaire.
I'm a millionaire.
So you must never allow your circumstances to define you, but to refine you. You have to define yourself based on God's revelation of who you are, not based on your circumstances. Because sometimes there is no financial money in your pocket. It's temporary moment. It's just going to pass through part of them. Because we say that don't attach yourself to poverty. Don't ever attach yourself to poverty. There's no money in your pocket. That means you are broke. The difference between poor and broke. Broke is at that time, it go no day, or the budget no day. Nobody say no get money. It's just broke. Never you say I am poor. Never you say we poor men. No, we poor people. No, don't say that. Don't ever identify yourself as poor, because if you do that, I put it here, when you identify yourself as poor, is a form of psychological poverty, which will become a barrier, becomes a belief barrier that will make it difficult, if not impossible, for you to practice the principles that produce prosperity. Because you already identify yourself as poor, it will be difficult to practice that. So the next thing we talked about was psychological poverty, which is a corporate ignorance. We said that this is where people are financially illiterate, they are financially ignorant, they are miseducated. They don't know how to use financial languages. They don't have financial vocabularies in their mouth. They don't have any documents, no wealth file at all. They don't have any reports. They are disabled. They don't know the difference between asset and investment, between gross and net income, between margin and profit. They don't know that the money you work for is called margin. They know margin. They think that all the money they make is called profit. So they begin to spend money. And they spend the part of the money that was meant to be sent on an errand. You know, errand. A minimum of 10% is yours to keep. And every money that you earn, anywhere that you earn, you pay yourself 10%. They don't know I'm supposed to pay myself. They are not even worthy of payment. They don't even know that the money they pay themselves. Most people just save because they saw saving as a practice. They don't understand the principles behind the saving. The purpose of saving is not to chop. It's not to use the money and say the money you save will save you tomorrow. No, it is the money you invest that will save you tomorrow. The money you save that you use and chop, it will not save you again. So the money you pay yourself is to use the money to buy assets. You know, assets. And that money you save is no more your money. That money is your errand boy. It's not errand boy. And if you chop your errand boy, you become the errand boy. Tell your neighbor, stop eating your errand boy. So you not become the errand boy. Some people are still errand boy at 40 years, 50 years. They are saying, what happened to you? They begin to point the hands to the government. It's the economy that happened to me. It's my father that happened to me. They begin to do the blame game, which is a normal, popular, regular saying of poor people. They complain, they blame, they justify themselves. They say it's not my fault. You know, the economy is difficult. But are you not facing it? Okay, maybe everybody faces the economy. Men create the economy in economy. Yes or yes? That's what I want you to do. I want you to be in charge of your income source. You know, income source. Anything that controls your income source controls your life. So once you take charge of your income source, determine and take control of your financial life, you've solved 50% of your life problem. The remaining one is just behavioral attitude. If you can fix it up, of course, that will make a lot of sense. Economic ignorance is dangerous because God says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and fools hate knowledge. So the next one we talked about was the absence of initiative, whereby if you are waking up every morning, you don't have a project you are working on, you don't have a team you are working on, no commitment, no community, no concept. You just wake up, nothing pushes you around. Organic actually make you know something today, that God says, I'll bless the works of your hand. And if you don't do anything, God will not bless anything. That is the truth about it. Pray and fast for tomorrow. I know faith without work is dead. Yes or yes? So, and also know that God says in Psalm 1 that whatever a man shall do, once you're a man that walketh not in the counsel of the wicked, sitteth on the seat of the sinners, and blah, 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 and you shall be like a tree planted beside the water, and whatever thou shalt do, it shall prosper. That means even though you are righteous, born again, if you don't do something, there's no prosperity very far from you. Stop praying and fasting. Don't stand up and take action. Take action. Because that's what God will bless. If you don't have anything doing, you sit down and you was always to come bring me money. Tinubu should dash me money. Okay, you're just joking. The bad poverty, economic dependency. What do I call them? Hoping that somebody should come and take care of you. That is a very bad. It smells, it stinks. I know how it looks like. So it's not good. It doesn't look good on you. Tell your neighbor, I'm a success. So the absence of initiative is a form of psychological poverty. I told you something. Why not wake up every morning and think of somebody you want to help to become a millionaire? The more people you help to become a millionaire, the more millionaire you become, because it's about value. Rise by raising others. What did I say? The last one we discussed was of initiative under psychological poverty, and we said this is the saddest of them all. They're not sad. These people that you see them from as they're entering that door, they're coming, not this door, anywhere they're entering, not here, right? They're always, you see poverty in their face. You know, as if the whole problem is their problem. They squeeze their face, they're not happy. That people that hurt people in the society. See, hurt people hurt others. Yes or yes? You can only give what you have. Remember, you can never pour from an empty cup. So you can only pour what is inside of you. If you're a happy person inside, you give happiness. You have joy inside, you give joy. You're a peaceful person, you give peace. You are angry. Once you are angry, you share anger. They call transfer of aggression. So you can only give what you have. That is why hurt people hurt others. They're the saddest form of poverty, and that is why people on this category, they quit. They don't quit. They make quitting habit. You know, once you quit so much, it becomes a habit. They quit on marriage, quit on relationship. They wash their hand off. They give up. They are drained in poverty. They're ready to go back to the thing. They say things, I've lost motivation, I've lost drive, I cannot do it again. This what is this one? I am hot. So many times I've been embarrassed. So many times I'm giving up on. Let me go and look for a job. Let me go and depend on government. Let me look for benevolence platform, generosity platform. Let me jackpot. Jackpot. Because I'm frustrated. I will settle for media job. I don't want to try again. Even have to wash the body for you. I don't mind. If I have to clean white man, nyash, collect money, I don't mind. They are ready to do anything. They are ready to give. You're not aware. Okay, I don't want to go there. Today is not the day. Most of your brothers you see outside the country, they are watching nyash, white nyash, to collect money. You think that's a good job? See, it's better for me to be a king in my kingdom than to be a slave in another man's kingdom. Because men were meant to rule. You have to create your own domain and dominate. They not dominate. Touch yourself, say I'm the boss. You must create. You cannot be a. I like Igbo men king. There was one clear I was watching on social media. You know, this nothing. What they call them? I forgot they call them. Oh, they forget. No, this the Hausa reality. A sultan, and there's another name I'm looking for. Emir. Yes, Emir. So you know, all the kings were coming in, they were bound down to this Emir, and the Igbo royal king come inside, him in the letter. The guy moved straight, go to the Emir, how far? He said, you're a fellow man. You're a mortal man. You be king, I be king. All of us are king. Now your kingdom, are you there? I get kingdom. Yes or yes? He said, I like Igbo man way, audacity. Then I look the guy, he shocked. He said, come. Then I shake and say, oh boy, make I calm down first. If you like this, I carry anything, I no carry you. So how do they call the bad and carry? Say all this Yoruba kind of package. He said, oh boy, you're a mortal man like me. You dominate, I dominate. Both of us are came who reason like men. Like men, they're not men. How do they see your full mind? They do like you're not worthy. No. Yes, respect, but no means say make me the believe yourself. Man na man. What the difference between men is knowledge. Say knowledge. If you know the different things don't just happen. Acquire more knowledge. You're the boss here. Tell them the boss. That's why you have to take responsibility. Train one person, find 3, find 4, find 6. Be intentional about your life. I'll come to that very soon so you can know. Never you tap out, then not tap out. So people have tap out to tap in to tap in, then not tapping. Waiting for 2-3 months for them to withdraw. Keep waiting. They are going for upgrade. After upgrade, you know, see the site again. But you're not informed Nigeria. Nigeria is not your mate. Anyway, enter Nigeria, they finish. Coronavirus, we chop them. Lassa fever, we chop them. Bed flu, we chop the bed and the flu. Anyway, enter Nigeria, we finish them. Nigeria na bus stop, then a bus stop. Every Africa where they say liver, we know they send an Africa out. Our Africa we wait and finish. Any car where they drive, they say. Nigeria is a consider we consider the tapping can work anywhere. When they enter Nigeria, we tap and tap them out of the tapping. You understand? So the next one is circumstantial poverty, and I said yesterday, these are the one that we are very familiar with because it's a result, no result. This is the one that people see because it manifests, is a symptoms, is an effect of the psychological and systematic poverty, and it appears in financial insufficiency. We don't have enough money, so the person is wallowing in lack. Of course, the person says I don't have enough money, complaining, blaming, robbing Peter to pay Paul, and all of that. The next one is economic disability. The person is unable to do the things he wants to do and how he wants to do it because the money no day, and the one is depending. The worst one is to depend. Turning corporate begging, sir. I came to you, my auntie, my brother travel. I come back, the door, they lock and dog. Now only dog there. If you know all those things, he said, please, I am not begging, but find me 50 naira, 500 naira. Make I waste pocket. You can see the guy when they beg you the money. He looks like 50 million, but she, you know, get you don't put starch for clothes. Carry shoulder for up like this. Then neighbor. You must. I think that this is you can only deliver somebody from this circumstance from becoming and first and foremost psychological. So today we want to start from systematic poverty. If you are with me, shall I write this one down? This is the real dangerous poverty. The other one was worse. This one was murder. This one is worse. This one is the real dangerous. They're not dangerous. Right and like that. This is the most real dangerous kind of poverty because it serves the interest of few at the expense of many. This is a real dangerous kind of type of poverty because at the expense of many. The corruption, they gave money to do road. The senator represents the first big rent. That is at this man. I don't forget him. No, the former governor of Abia State. Oji. No, not Oji. No, Kalu. Thank you. Kalu. They gave him money to tie road to his village. He went and put something that they made rain fall. They washed the whole quota. That means they don't even put the basis. They just get that black little man come put. They don't pocket the money. Then no corruption. You don't corrupt them. The people come to carry on for you say, hey, we thank God say we get road. Oh. Now road no dey again. Oh. Now what's happen? This one is dangerous because it serves the interest of few at the expense of where? Many people. At the expense of many. So it serves the interest of few at the expense of many. And I want us to listen to me. Okay, don't write this one down. Listen to me. Systematic poverty has been in place throughout the ancients of days and ages. Even in the empire, the Roman Empire, there were slave masters there. This slave trade in every country and every generation. So this particular, I will talk about Jesus Christ, that when he was born, he had some empires, men that ruled in those days. But he wasn't addressing the government. I will talk about all these things because you have to understand. The government truly is not necessarily your problem. Your biggest problem is psychological. If you have the psychological, you can start partnering with some of the government policies that will help you succeed in this economy. It's not really the problem because when things are hard, entrepreneurs emerge. Yes or yes? Yes. Let's take the first one. Injustice. They're not injustice. Okay, let's write this one down. The injustice in the law. The injustice in the law is enforced and interpreted. The injustice in the law is forced and interpreted. Listen to this again. Don't write this one down, but listen to me. The world that Jesus Christ was born into, the ethnic group was literally ruled by the Roman Empire that governs the Judea with brutality, barbarity, and injustice and greed. The system of taxation was designed to leave the people in poverty. And if you are made, if you made any money in Jesus Christ's days, there was a spy called tax collectors of your own people that the government planted in the midst of them that would spy their brothers to know when they make money, they report them to authority for them to take and share the money from them. Jesus Christ was not a stranger to this systematic of corruption or poverty, yet his preaching and teaching, he does not overly address the lessons of Roman Empire of being the oppressor. He did not even talk more about Caesar. He did not even talk more about. In fact, one of the things he told the disciples that bring the coin. He was going to preach. Oh, he was going to preach, and they stopped him. Said, "God, you have to pay." The Peter and the disciples, the guy always move with 12 entourage. Entourage. 12 successful businessmen. He always go with them. He do it today. The guy, they are a big boy. So they carry men follow body. Men will get family. They abandon their family because of this gentleman called Jesus Christ. So they want react. He say, no, react. Peter, go bring fish. Come. Now, what for you? This is your profession. Go bring. As they bring the money, come. He say, okay, open the map, bring money. Say, what's in there? He say, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give to God what belongs to God. He knew, even in his days, there were men who were pressing men, they were pressing men. He did not disturb himself about the government policies and government principles. He was more focused on about the psychological part of the human, because he knows. Let me give you something to write, because I give you that story and I know you understand the story. Let's not waste time there. Write this one down. Jesus Christ does not make the Roman Empire his focus. Jesus Christ does not make the Roman Empire his focus. Jesus Christ does not make the Roman Empire his focus. He doesn't. He does not. He didn't make it his focus. So he did not focus on the Roman Empire, that you are the cause of the problem in the land. No. Look at all his teachings in the Bible, all his thoughts, all his lessons. He speaks less of the Roman Empire. He doesn't make his focus. Instead, he focuses on the mindset and the beliefs of the people. Jesus Christ does not make the Roman Empire his focus. Instead, he focuses on the mindset and the beliefs systems of the people who were oppressed. So Jesus Christ focused on the mindset, beliefs of the people that were oppressed. Full stop. Jesus Christ did not make the Roman Empire his focus. Instead, he focuses on the mindset and the belief system of the people. So all his lessons, all his teaching was not, let us, of course, call down fire for the government. Fire, die. No, now. So he focuses more on the mindset and the belief system of the people. So full stop. The people that were oppressed, he focused on the people that were oppressed. Full stop. Jesus Christ knew that if he could shift their identity, he can shift their experience or their experiences. Jesus Christ knew if he could shift their identity, he could also shift their experiences. So he knew that the major problem of poverty is identity crisis, where they identify themselves as poor, describe themselves as poor, I'm not worthy enough. He knew if he could shift their identity, he could shift their experiences. That means if I can change the way a man thinks, I can change the experience of his life, because thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. Thinking from thought. Thoughts are things. So thoughts are things. So by the time you shift someone's identity, you could shift his life experiences, because what the quality of information and education you receive determine the quality of the life you have, and that's very important. So the paradigm shift, identity shift, and belief that God, with God all things are possible. With God I am prosperous. With God I'm being liberated. I'm delivered from darkness into light. I will have breakthrough. I will have breakthrough from every governmental poverty that is holding people. The policies. Jesus Christ lays the axe on the root of the tree, which is identity. Tell me, identity. Write this one down. A person who defeats psychological poverty, even if you've not written anything down today, please write this one. This could be an icing on the cake for you. A person who defeats psychological poverty, write it down. A person who defeats psychological poverty will change their circumstances in no time. A person who defeats psychological poverty will change their circumstances with no time. A person who defeats psychological poverty, their identity, economic ignorance, of course, absence of initiative, absence of course, incentive. A person who defeats psychological poverty will change their circumstances with no time. A person who defeats psychological poverty will change their circumstances with no time. It's just a matter of time. Remember, the quality of education determines the quality of the life you live. It is not if enough people overcome psychological and circumstantial poverty, they will defeat. Write this one down. If enough people overcome psychological poverty and circumstantial poverty, they will defeat systematic poverty. That is the truth. If enough people overcome if many people, if all of us overcome psychological poverty, if all of us overcome psychological poverty and circumstantial poverty, we are going to defeat systematic poverty. That's the truth. If enough people overcome psychological and circumstantial poverty, they will defeat systematic poverty. Imagine all of us, we are all creating, we are all entrepreneurs. We don't need government jobs anymore. We want to go into pure water production, fashion design, turning textile into gold, planting, agriculture. Everybody's forget government. You begin to discover God's given talent inside of you, develop them, deploy them. If all of us are focused, lose sight from government, lose sight from what somebody gives to you, wake up every day, talk good about yourself, go to farm. Everybody's engaged in one activities or the other just to bring money into our pocket. Remember, will defeat systematic poverty because government will just be useless. In fact, they have jobs that nobody wants to work anymore. I said, if enough people overcome psychological and systematic poverty, they will defeat systematic poverty. So the best way to defeat systematic poverty is that you must have money. You cannot be broke and defeat systematic poverty. That's why when the poor man complains in any government doesn't care about poor people because they know that poor man's prayer is powerless. If poor man's prayer is powerful, they will have delivered themselves from poverty. They know, we know now. We know when poor people are talking, that just is called lamentation of the poor. What did I say? We know that if poor man prayer is powerful, he would have first delivered him from poverty. We know. So if you're not delivering from poverty, we know this guy is just is an empty drum that makes the loudest noise. No matter you cry, Tinubu doesn't care. Tinubu knows that you will find a way, either you survive or you die. You turn to manure. Turn on manure. If you cannot boast of 1,000 naira, there's no need to be alive. Just die and let's use the manure and make the poor man. Government. So what will make them? That's why government don't want to be informed, don't want to keep you rich and wealthy and healthy. Because only broke, poor, misinformed that our government are using up and down. If you are poor and broke and useless, they will send you messages. You say, yes, sir. Do you want 5,000 and you read the election? 5,000. That is extreme, epic kind of poverty. Not poverty. They go line up the bag of rice. They go scoop one cup. One cup. How many years you want chop 1 cup? 8 years poverty. 4 years in your head. You never chop for house. You know sure of his next meal. How do you expect him not to yield to? Government wants to keep you more broke and poor because the more you keep the masses broke and poor, the more loyal they become. Good luck, Jonathan. You don't chop food, the belly fool you. Hey, you go put my child. You know they agree. Tinubu, watch them. You go do 8 years. Nobody go do riots. And they tell you what I know. The one where they try, they shut them down. You know understand? Una waiting and call themselves labor. You don't come out again. You don't come out again. They not apply minimum wage. More concentrate. Let's make money. The worst thing to be in the economy is to be where people are complaining. Psychologically, they are damaged. Psychologically, they are drained. They have given up. And you went and be part of them. That is why, whenever you come to the community, we encourage you, we inspire you. You are a great man. And you go back home. Everything we put, they know they come out home and say, forget that guy. Forget him. You're a broke man. Don't you know? In fact, there was a story. One of my leaders just reminded me recently. He said that one hunter went to the farm and picked 2 eggs in the farm, came back home from the bush or from the forest, and put it in the midst of his eggs to hatch, and they finally they hatched. One of them was ostrich, one of them was an eagle. This mother eagle, the eagle hatched with other chicks. So all his life, he's scratching the ground, searching food to eat all his life and struggling with other babies. He's born into poverty. He's used to poverty. He observed the mother eagle, the poverty he came from the home, that the mother, they struggle to eat, they scratch the ground. So one day, this big eagle was flying in the sky. He saw someone that looks like him. He came there. He said, guy, you don't belong here. You belong to the sky. You belong to greatness. He said, no, I belong in poverty. I've been broke all my life. I'm used to poverty. So, the worst thing was that instead to believe the one that said you belong to the sky, he went to the mother chick. He said, mother chick, I saw a man that said I belong to the sky. He said, forget them. You belong here. Since you born, no poverty, Now poverty, now I know you also there with. Observe us. The guy don't move. Then come out all the thing where mother eagle tell him. Mother chicken, they tell him, say, forget that guy. That guy said, now your enemy. Riches and wealthy, now your enemy. The day you become rich, you become an attack. Don't become rich, forget about the poverty is sweet. So, the one day the guy, the mother eagle was not convenient, he was not comfortable again. He came down and talked to this young guy and said, guy, wake up now. The reality is that you don't belong here. That is why nobody can help you to become successful when you don't hate poverty. The guy said, okay, if he said I don't belong here, give me a chance. Most people don't yield to mentorship. It's because the small eaglet yielded to the mentorship of the eagle. It's okay, give me a chance. If you say, I belong to the sky. You know, the eagle have never stretched his wing. He has never developed strength. The mother, the eagle carried the eaglet and they moved to the sky. He threw him up. Most of us, if you give assignment, read book, do this, come to say, I know they do. The guy struggled. The mother, the eagle carried the guy. He yielded to accountability. Turn accountability. Person you are mentoring that is not accountable sees every conversation as an attack. Then attack. Somebody that is not accountable. Okay, will give you 20,000. What did you do with the money? He said, attacking me. We gave you a book to read. Show us the summary. He said, attacking me. They're asking me to read too much. Okay? If you don't reprogram your wealth file, wealth file, poverty will always manifest. This thing is in deep rooted. I need to take them, and you must participate. It's called the school of involvement. Involvement. You must be involved in the process and practice to be transformed. It's called process. Process. Without process, there is no transformation. It's reformation. Without process, you can never sustain an outcome. Without process, you can never sustain a result. Okay, just give 6 months. 6 months of wealth education, money education, investment strategies. Okay, 6 months of learning. Read 5 books about money. You are going to be atop the 1% of the world population that knows about money, and money will work for you. Say, money must work for me. See, if you don't make plans to make money work for you, work for money for the rest of your life. I don't care whether you can pray and fast. I've been to church. I grew up in church. I know what I'm telling you. So God has delivered me spiritually, but they are not competent. They are not skillful to convert that spiritual blessing into material manifestation. So they are spiritually blessed, and they collect the blessings and remain poor, powerful poor men. Powerful poor men. I look at them in church. I say, what do you do? He said, by God's grace. Tell your neighbor, by God's grace is not a strategy. Your neighbor is not in touch. The other neighbor, tell your neighbor, by God's grace is not a strategy. I know one funny thing about these gentle people. I see them sometimes. I want to talk to them. I don't know how to talk to them, so I just tire. I just become, because Christ says, the things I will say to you, you will not understand. I will send a comforter. Tell a comforter. So I will go to my God and say, God, minister to them in the mighty name of Jesus. So let me come here. Write this one down. You cannot defeat circumstantial poverty and systematic poverty until you first defeat psychological poverty. You can never defeat 1 and 2 until you first defeat this one. You cannot defeat circumstantial poverty. You cannot defeat the physical manifestation of your poverty or the struggle you are facing in your life and systematic poverty until you defeat psychological poverty. Until you defeat this one. So if this is the truth, then we should focus more on defeating the psychological poverty. That's why when you give somebody physical things, you give him a little. When you give somebody money, you give him a little. In fact, if you give person money, you don't cause problem. Like we keep saying, let me repeat it again. When you give a poor man money the first time, he creates what? Appreciation. What does he create? Give him money the second time, he creates what? Anticipation. If you need to anticipate, you come and give him again. The third time, he what? Expectation. Expect what? Expectation. Fourth time, he give what? Entitlement mentality. Entitlement mentality. The fifth time, what? Dependency syndrome. You have to continue giving him that money. Okay? The day you stop it, he creates what? Resentment and hatred. And maybe you created Uswa, you created the enemy, the monster. Monster. You carry your hand and create them. That is why if somebody begs you money and you get the money, I beg. In fact, let me say this to you. Charity must be budgeted. Tell your neighbor. Charity must be budgeted. What did I say? Because poor men know how to do emotional blackmail. Tell them emotional blackmail. They go and tell you, auntie, uncle, since I know you, you never do anything for me. You are my friend. You never do anything for me. You may don't know. And the thing is this: the moment you give somebody money, your charity should not exceed at least maximum 10% in a month. 10% of all you earn should not be. That's what you earn in a month. The charity should not exceed 10%. That means track your earning first. Document your processes. If your salary is 100,000, if what you earn is 500,000, if 100,000, your charity should not exceed 10%. Come out the 10%, keep. Anybody come, share them. If they did the money finish, anybody will beg you, tell and say, wait for next month. This month charity is finished. Who won't die? Make it die. Who won't transformer? Make it transformer. Who wants stand for quota because you no get money make German? Now in problem. You know concern. See, you cannot, if you give without knowledge, it creates a hole in your pocket. If you give with knowledge, it creates a room in your pocket. If not, if you are a giver, be careful and know your limit because takers have no limit. Yes or yes?
Yes.
They should not exceed 10%. Budget your money. Because if you give and then you did not become rich and wealthy, they will call you a fool. Don't be a fool for a long time. Poor men want to be liked. Rich men want to be respected. Tell them, neighbor, I want to be respected.
I want to be respected.
So don't give somebody money more than the first time if it is money. As you give him money the first time, now all of you have known that the root cause of poverty is psychological. Tell us psychological. And one of the best way to change somebody's psychological part is to give him books. They're not books. Is to give him books to attend trainings. They're not trainings. Because animals survive by instinct. Human beings succeed by training. Give him training. Give him books. Let him attend teachings. They're not teachings. Give him mentorship. They're not mentorship. If the person not accepts these things, he's not qualified for the next one. He's not qualified. Tell him you are not qualified for the next one. Qualify men in your space. Otherwise, you create the monsters and hatred in your family that you don't. Even your family people, give them books to read. Give them, qualify them. See, it comes a times in a man's life. A man must decide whether he's going forward or backward. Write this one down. Write this one down. I wanted to show you something very important today. That for us to break systematic poverty, for all of us to break systematic poverty, we need to defeat psychological poverty. We need to defeat, write it. I know you repeated the statement 100 times, write it again. I have my reasons why I say you should write it down. For all of us to defeat systematic poverty, we need to defeat psychological poverty, circumstantial poverty, with enough people. That's why we are doing what we are doing. For us to break systematic poverty in this country, in this nation, in our generation, we need to first and foremost defeat psychological poverty, circumstantial poverty, with enough people for us to experience real transformation in my generation. So we made up our mind. We made this money 100 million, 500 million. We travel around the world, but we say this is not enough. We need to go and teach men the way we think. Poverty is thinking. Wealth is thinking. Poverty is a behavior. Wealth is a behavior. Poverty has a system. So it's got systems and structures. Without systems and structure, there is no future. So for us to defeat systematic poverty, we must defeat psychological poverty and circumstantial poverty with enough people for us to experience real transformation in our generation. This is the truth. For us to defeat this guy, we must defeat 1 and 2. For us, with enough people, not alone, with enough people, 68,000 people. How many people? 68,000 people that they will be teaching wealth in families. No more poverty in family. You wake up in the morning, they teach their children poverty. How do you teach their children poverty? Daddy, I like this car. He said, those guys are rich, we are poor. Now your papa tell you, say, rich people they, poor people they, and we are part of the poor people. Tell him, oh, God forbid.
God forbid.
He said, Daddy, why are we not staying in shelter in a thousand estate? He said, those people that are staying there that are rich people, we in it time, we are poor. So you think we are poor because of how they are poor. He said, Daddy, what? Right back. Daddy, why are we trekking? He said, we are poor. So your father tells you are poor from morning to night. Daddy, I want shawarma. He said, we are poor. I want ice cream. We are poor. You want this? We are poor. At some point, somebody say, we are poor now. Like the eaglet that stays in the chicken. Imagine that you have to scratch the word. So, for you to help someone, you must help his psychological part of his life. Thinking. They're not thinking. Okay, even if not joke, make person no play that kind of rough play with you starting from today. Say, for example, you're a poor man. Hold on for neck. Tell him, say, stop that rubbish. Stop that rough play. How can you use me for example? Use me, for example, you're a rich man. Yes or yes? For example, you are wealthy. For example, you are healthy. For example, you are prosperous. Not to use me, for example, as a poor people. No. If now say, for example, you don't get car again, not life. Say, for example, you have a private jet. Yesterday, one of you married Davido. The whole country stand still. Lagos State Governor, they. In Uncle, they. Asiabia State Governor, he they. Everyone who won't go show, he won't go show. Imagine man like you marry, he put the state. Everywhere Facebook, we don't know Nigeria. Nigeria no get problem yesterday. Not Davido and He give many people joy. I say, I go check my friend. I say, the video. I say, waiting happen. Who they marry? They say the video. I say, hey, let me go and see what it is. Everybody, they now your man marry you. You marry with the find money to buy rice for. That is not your portion again. Say amen. If you give person car, 500 million naira car. See, the thing is that you must feel it that you're a successful man. Don't just say I'm a success. So believe it. Whatever you're passing through is just temporary. Tell your neighbor temporary. Every problem has a expiring date. Yes or yes? So let's finish up this class. Let's see what we can do. So for us to break through, we must have a lot of people. Let's go to here. The kingdom order for success. Kingdom order for success. I don't know how many minutes I have. Oh, my time is wow. Ta, 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 ta. This is not too good for me today. Oh, okay. Tomorrow we start from there. Kingdom order for success. I'll show you. I will finish this class tomorrow. Can I finish 1, 2, 3, 4 tomorrow? Yes, I can finish it tomorrow. 10 or tomorrow. I'll finish tomorrow. Will not be. I'll start exactly 8 o'clock. 10 or 8 o'clock. 8 a.m. So if you are not here by 8 o'clock, you miss kingdom order for success. If you come late, you miss poor beliefs and behavior. We have to change all beliefs and behavior to positive, to rich and wealthy beliefs and behavior. I'll tell you all the beliefs of poor men, all the behaviors of poor men, all the beliefs of rich men, all the beliefs of. I'll present to you life and death, and life and death, and show you practically find out how to defeat this guy and kingdom solutions. Kingdom solutions, so that you go out and sit down and look at your notes and say, okay, from now henceforth, this is what I want to do. And because speed is useless without direction, direction is useless without destination. So you're going to sit down and design your life. This is the direction of my life. This is the direction I want to. Okay, this is how long you're going to take me. Because see, there is a process to everything in life. Many of you today, they don't understand that without process, we can never sustain the outcome. So follow the process. We need minimum of 6 months of constant back-to-back to reformat your brain, reformat your mind, to install wealth file. Wealth file. Because you have lived in some of this ideology and philosophy for the past 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Some of you are 30 years now. So a man that lived in poverty for 30 years, you want me to do miracle in one training and deliver him from poverty? Okay, that can't happen now, because this thing market turn. It don't turn, of course, it don't solidify. So there are some trainings we have to bring it from side, so you can accept that you are not a poor man, that whatever you're passing through, because somebody will tell me, Udo, you know, I like your training, I like your teaching, but the problem is that the truth is that I don't have money. The fact is that I don't have money. I say, forget about fact, let's focus on the truth. They're not truth, because not all truth are truth, but all truth are what? True. It is true now that fire will burn Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, but it's truth, it did not burn them. Yes or yes? It is true now, lion will eat Daniel, but it's truth, lion did not eat Daniel. Yes or yes? It is true, nobody walked on water, but it's truth, Christ walked on water. Yes or yes? So not all truths are true, but not all true and fact are true. The Bible says you shall know the truth and it shall set you free. So I begin to bring back kingdom principles and revelation of knowledge of Christ, of who you are, and you must believe it, you must feel it, because the missing link between manifestation of wealth is feelings and emotions. Feelings and emotion. You always attract what you feel. If you feel good about yourself, you'll be surprised people will treat you good. If you feel bad about yourself, you'll be surprised they will treat you bad. The universe, the God, anything you want to call it, they give you whatever your feelings. If you feel positive, you attract positive people. You feel negative, you attract negative. You are always a happy and excited person. You attract excitement. People want to stay around. If you are thinking about value addition, you have people around here you can always add value to. So there's a way you should think. There's a vocabulary you need to say. There's a way you need to talk. There's a way you need to carry your talk. Courage. Say no courage. Not always carry yourself as poor, needy, broke individual. Some woman, some box support. No, you are the boss here. I will give you the skill and strategy when it comes to kingdom solutions. Kingdom solutions. You cannot miss this kingdom. So I'll give you all of them. You go home and sit down and be looking at yourself and say, wow. So I was meant to fly on the sky. The sky is my starting point. I need to think of something now. Generational project, gigantic project, something that men will live and remember me for. Edifix. I'm going to create something that the world will celebrate me for. You need to look down. This is the line of thought. Line of thought. It's called arrangement of thought. Arrangement of thought. If you cannot mentally arrange your thoughts, you cannot physically manifest. That's why thinking is difficult work. That's what poor people don't do. They complain. It's easy to complain. You know why it's easy to complain? Because it feels good. They know it feels good. It's not me, it's my father, it's my mother. I'm not my fault. It's my husband, it's my wife. It's easy to do that. Stop doing that. Tell your neighbor. Start taking responsibility. So a lot of people don't want to be responsible. This is the best we can take today. So tomorrow we start from the kingdom order for success. Kingdom order. So I'll talk about being fruitful. I'll talk about having. I'll talk about a lot. I'll talk about behavior. Tell no behavior. That we do poverty. Poverty is doing. They're not doing. We do poverty in thought, in words, and in deed. Sabotaging, self-stop. I'll talk about all those ones. So I want to undo. They're not undo. Who will not be happy with me tomorrow. I'm very sure about that. It's okay. I love this poverty for a long time. Please let it not go. You know, I love this poverty. We have to let it go this time around. Yes or yes? Because if they don't go, good things don't come. Some people has to leave for good people to come inside. Yes or yes? As far as that day, nobody will enter. Nobody's going to heaven. That's the way we can stop. So we have to continue tomorrow for the online community. Please don't get involved in a business without a mentor. I want to give a professional advice. Mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentors will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And for the rest of us here, I want to be sure I'm not talking to chess. I'm talking to human being. So check your notes. What's your take home today? What do you learn today? I would like to hear some contribution from you. Can I see answer? Okay, you want to give us some one or two? Your take home today. One or two, maybe more. Good morning.
And I see two
Okay.
number one is darkness.
Okay.
Darkness is great that the world while the light was closed.
Okay.
Like darkness was on the day before the light came.
Yes, now.
Now, over 80% of children are born into the world born on the carpet for poverty.
Yes, now.
They lie down there.
Uh-huh.
They let you sit down.
Yes.
They squat there.
Yes.
They stand there.
Uh-huh.
They walk there.
Uh-huh.
They live there.
Uh-huh.
Except somebody besides
Yes.
will not get poverty.
Yes.
The only solution to it is a personal intelligence
Yes.
will help us.
Yes. They are not. They are used to poverty all their life. You are telling him he's marrying poverty for 20 years.